Guys, if we could see a show of hands and name an organisation for your question, please.
Hi, Pep. Pep, you thought that the game in Barcelona, the turning point, was going down to 10 men after sending off. Is this the sort of performance you think you could have produced over there with 11 v 11?
Good evening. Our performance 11 against 11 in Barcelona was much better than our first 38 minutes. So the first 38 minutes we saw the best team in the world. We could make the high pressing, but they worked really good. And in the beginning they changed the central defender to make diagonal balls to the central defender to the fullbacks. And we are in really trouble. So in that moment when Barcelona they had the chance to score the second goal, the game was done, finished. But football is like this. So the first 11 or 12 minutes in Barcelona was really good. We controlled absolutely. Fernandinho split. And Messi scored a goal. And after the game is completely different and sent off. And our goal here changed absolutely everything for our mood. The players realized the bad moment in the game was over. Kevin helped us a lot when we make a second striker. We try to make 4 against 4 in the build-up. Leave maybe a little bit Sergio Busquets the ball, but we tried, don't create that process that Barcelona make unbelievable, the 3 against 2, the 4 against 3, the movements inside, outside from Rakitic and Andre Gomez. And when that's happened, Neymar, especially Messi, received the ball in that position that they are unstoppable. No team in the world can play that. We realized our build-up was a little bit complicated because they make a good high pressing. And when the team feel not comfortable in this kind of games, we try to play a little bit more direct because we know that Busquets and Rakitic go the high pressing, and when they lose second ball, we can make the action, the counter-attack. In the second half, we were compact. We make a good high pressing. We win a lot of balls in our high pressing. And after we defend low block when it was necessary and use the counter-attack again. And when we would have been able to finish better our counter-attacks, our game finish before. But considering our situation, how short time we're together, never won the best team in the world, and our position in the group, our victory today is so important. And of course now we have one more game to win, to go in February, and hopefully in February we'll be good, we'll be better to keep going.
Just right in the corner, please, Guillaume. Thank you.
Hi, Pep. Guillaume Balaguer, Sky Sports. Have you had to work in the last few weeks on the confidence of the players? Did you have to tell them to continue with the idea, and how did that reflect today?
No, when one club like Manchester City is 25 years old without being in Europe, you don't have history. History means when you face the big teams, you are a little bit conscious to fight face to face against them. We did it in Barcelona against 11. Today we spoke many times. So we don't play against Barcelona. We play against us, against our tradition and our what we have to do. And but the first half, it was no chance for us. So football is like this. Now they are so happy, but our 11 against 11 in Barcelona was much better than our 38 minutes. Much better. And after 10 against 11, of course, it was completely different. But we need a process, and of course, our victory in West Brom was so important to have, because 6 games in a row without winless. It's tough, but I think we show many good things. I'm so happy for the players, because for many games they didn't deserve to 6 win less for how they play. And I said to them, the football at the end is fair, and sometimes they're going to come back with today we miss, and today we take back again with in some games. Okay, we play good, and we didn't win.
Yeah.
Hola, Pep, Edgar Fornós de RAC1. No sé si avui la frase aquesta de...
Is that football is a way of feeling. Is that the best example of that? Because it looked like the same story against Barcelona. But then after the goal, the game was completely different, and it was a completely different set of circumstances. In football is a lot of things, tactics, and it's the way you're feeling as well. In Barcelona, it wasn't necessarily there, but in the second half, we were different. I saw them upbeat, and we could make the 3 against 2 at times, and then ultimately, the sureness that they had in that first half, we were able to turn that around. And obviously we're playing at home in this case. In this second half we were much better, and we were able to hit them on the counter-attack at times. It depends on who we're playing at times.
It's obviously quite rare.
Pep.
Rattled and hurt in the way they were in the second half by your players. How much sort of belief can this sort of performance give your team going forward? And every now and then, do you get a performance like this that can be a big trigger for the future?
If you talk about our performance, the first 30 minutes, it doesn't matter.
I was talking about the second half.
The 301, I know, but the 301, we are not able to compete against the best teams in the world. So I try again. So this club, it was 25, 30 years old out of the Europe. That means a long time. Meanwhile, these kind of clubs, Barcelona, Madrid, Bayern Munich, and so on, are playing every year. They were at home. And you need time. I know the people don't have time. I think the club give us time. But we need time but maybe today is a good step to say once in our lives we play against the best team and we compete against them. Maybe in a different way, we play more long balls, more front-end balls, because in the other way, still now we are not ready to keep them on the ball and to play like one. We are not ready because they are 25 years old playing in that way. We are 3 or 4 months trying to play in a different way. And sometimes you have to compete a little bit in a different way. But they say to the high pressing and they say to try to build up. We tried, and of course now they realize, wow, we won the best team, so we are able to do that. And for the future generations, for the new players coming in the future, they're going to realize, wow, these guys, they were able to beat the best team, and I have to do it again. That is the process. That is especially in the Champions. The same for the same group. They won the group of Joe Hart, the Vincent Company, this kind. They won the Premier League 2 times in 6-7 years. So for the people who's coming now, we understood, wow, if they won, we have to do that. We have to try to do that. That is a process. It's not like this. Go here, Mansour and the chairman Khaldoon, and say, okay, now we are going to create one best team in Europe. You need 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to stay there. And what we're going to try to reduce that time to leave nights for the Manchester City fans like today.
Right to the back. Lady at the back. Yeah.
Hola, Noemí Mancebo de Televisió
Television Espanyola. Luis Enrique gave us an explanation of what's happened when it came to 1-0. Do you have an explanation for this? I said it before. It was the way we felt. We changed the way we were playing. The 2 against 2 that we created when we let Busquets come away with the ball, and on the side they had times, and Ter Stegen also has the quality to play with the ball. Our players have known that during 90 minutes there are good and bad moments, and we knew we'd been through our bad period. For us it was a final, and for them it wasn't. And the fact that Gladbach have drawn gives us a bit of breathing space. Obviously we want to be there in February. With so many games, we've definitely got better, and we've got to know each other more tonight, and we want to be in that final 16, in the last 16. We're lucky that if we get through, we won't get Barca in the next round. Hola Pep, felicidades.
You spoke about the terrific first half, first 38 minutes, you said as well. But I think the game was falsified completely because you should have had a penalty after 10 minutes. It was clear as daylight. And instead, and possibly score it, and they have their centre half with a booking, and instead Sterling gets booked. Can you tell us your opinion about the incident?
Yeah, but listen, in the 43 minutes in Camp Nou, 44 minutes, 1 minute before left the first half, it was a clear penalty to Digne. But you never listen about that. I never complain about that because of course it's better to go one in the penalty if it's clear 1-0 down, but you never know what's going to happen after that because in that moment Barcelona, it was much better. If you continue the game, maybe score 1 or 2. Of course it's much better. But if you became a good team, like the best teams in the Europe, like in that moment we are not, so you cannot complain about these kind of things. So you have to overcome in that situations. That is the only way to getting better and better. Football in the sport, the worst thing is the excuses. When you lose, I do my arguments, and for you are excuses. Excuses doesn't mean you cannot grow. You cannot go forward. It's impossible. And that's why, so it was penalty, it was a pity, because before it was maybe yellow card with Digne, and the second, maybe that's going to happen, but why you have to complain? Because maybe the next day someone is going to help us in that terms. The important is, of course, the goal help us after we show the way we have to to compete against the big teams. Like Zabaleta, without 2 or 3 weeks with Barcelona game, no training sessions. Yesterday was the first day. Today arrived, said I'm ready if you need me. So when play against Neymar, guys, Neymar, and play like he played, that is the steps to go forward. That is what I'm so pleased for my guys, for the team, because from the beginning we can win or lose, but at the end they try. So.
Okay, last couple guys just here.
Hola Pep, aquí detrás, después de haberte enfrentado al Barça en varias
Faced Barcelona a number of times, and for this, obviously time that you needed to get your project right. Did you also need a big victory like this tonight? I'm happy for City. Barca, I played them in Munich. It's normal that these things happen. I'm just very happy because we got 3 points. Because I've learned a few things about my players tonight and how we can play on the counter-attack, and that's something we can use a weapon for the future perhaps. But for me, especially, I'm not more happy because I've beat a club that I love so much. That's got nothing to do with it, really. Hola Pep, Samly, there you go. Has hablado mucho de Sergio.
Was that tonight something more like it?
I'm going to confess you, it was a tactic when he didn't play in Barcelona because I was prepared mentally for that game. That it was the reason why. You like my answer?
Yeah.
He played awesome. Yeah, he played so it was just one game I didn't play, it was in Barcelona. It was one reason why, is to play that movement, the Kevin De Bruyne behind the back four, to play one more man in the middle, because in Camp Nou I wanted more control maybe than here. So it was the reason why. So I said before the game, after the game, I appreciate a lot. For us, Sergio is no important, it's more than that. Without him, we cannot achieve our targets. It's so important. But today, fight, made assists and go like I was wrong. And I'm so happy for him because he was so happy. So, but that's all.
Okay, cheers guys.
Thank you.